Question number 9 states that find the equation to the straight line which passes through the point of intersection of the lines, and two lines are given and is perpendicular to another equation is given. Okay, so let's write down the equation of the line first. The given equation of the lines are three x plus 4y minus 1 is equal to 0, and 5x plus 8y minus 3 is equal to 0. And the third equation given is 4x minus 2y plus 3 is equal to 0. Call this 1, 2, 3. So what you need to do here is we want to find out the equation of a line which passes through the intersection of 1 and 2, okay, and which is perpendicular to 3. Okay, so let us first find out the point of intersection of 1 and 2. Solving 1 and 2, we get, if we solve simultaneously, you will get x is equal to minus 1 and you will get y is equal to 1. So therefore the point of intersection of 1 and 2 is minus 1, 1. Right? So now what we need to do, we need to find out the equation of such a line which passes through this point and which is perpendicular to 3, right? So if it is perpendicular to 3, that means what should be the slope of the line? It should be the negative reciprocal of the slope of 3. So let's first find out the slope of 3. So from 3, how do you find out the slope? We write it in the y is equal to mx plus c form. So we write it here. You have 2y is equal to 4x plus 3. That means y is equal to 2x plus 3 by 2. So what is the slope here? Slope of 3 is m1 is equal to 2, right? This is the slope. So what is the slope of the line perpendicular to 3? Say m2, negative reciprocal of m1, which is equal to minus half, right? So this is the slope of the line which is perpendicular to 3. Now, if we know the slope of the line which is perpendicular to 3, and if we know the point through which that particular line passes, then we can find out the equation of the line. Hence, required equation of the line. We are going to use point slope form. Y minus, consider this as your x1, y1. Y1 is equal to m2 into x minus x1. So that means you have y minus 1 is equal to minus half x plus 1. And therefore you can simplify this to be x plus 2y minus 1 is equal to 0. This is the required equation. Any question here?
No, sir.
Okay. If you have a straight line, say like this, okay, and suppose we drop a perpendicular from the origin on this straight line, such that this perpendicular makes an angle theta with the x-axis, with the positive direction of the x-axis, obviously. The length of this perpendicular is p, okay? Then the equation of this straight line in the normal form can be written as x cos theta plus y sin theta is equal to p, okay? Remember that theta is the angle made by the perpendicular. So if I call this point, let's say M, then OM must be perpendicular. This length is OM, the length of the perpendicular is P. Okay. And theta is the angle made with the perpendicular with the positive direction of the x-axis. That is what you must remember. Okay. This is called the normal form or the perpendicular form. So we'll now start with the problems. First question is write down the equation of the line which makes intercepts 2a on the x-axis and 3a on the y-axis. Given that the line passes through 14 minus 9, find the numerical values of a. Okay, now you see that the value of your x-intercept and y-intercept are given, right? So what is the x-intercept here? 2a. What is the y-intercept here? 3a, right? So I say let the equation of the straight line be x by 2a plus y by 3a is equal to 1. Okay, let's call this 1. Now, once I have assumed, now what is the next condition given? The next condition given here is that the straight line passes through minus 14, 9. 1 passes through 14 minus 9. Therefore, it must satisfy 1. So put x is equal to 14 and put y is equal to minus 9. Okay. So what will you get? You get 7 by a minus 3 by a is equal to 1. That means take the LCM. That means 4 by a is equal to 1. That means a must be equal to 4. That's it. That is how you get the value of a. And that is what the question here is. Find the numerical value of a. That's it. Moving on to the next question. Find the equation of a straight line which passes through 5, 6 and has intercept on the axis equal in magnitude but opposite in sign. What do you mean by equal in intercepts that are equal in magnitude and opposite in sign? That means if the x-intercept is minus 2, then the y-intercept will be plus 2. They are equal in magnitude but opposite in sign. Or you may have x-intercept equal to say plus half. Then what should be the y-intercept? Y-intercept should be minus half. So they are equal in magnitude but opposite in sign. So what can I do here? I can let the x and the y-intercepts to be plus a and minus a. Let the x-intercepts and y-intercept of the straight line be a and minus a. Therefore, what is the equation of the straight line from intercept form? X by a plus y by minus a is equal to 1. That means x by a minus y by a is equal to 1. Now you take the LCM. X minus y equal to 1. That means x minus y must be equal to a. Okay, this is the equation of the straight line, but we don't know the value of a. But if you see, there's a second condition given that the straight line passes through 5, 6. So we use this condition. Since, let us call this 1. Since 1 passes through what is the point? 5, 6. Therefore, it must satisfy. Put x is equal to 5 and y equal to 6. So you get the value of a as minus 1. That means what is the required equation of the line? From 1. Put the value of a in 1. X minus y is equal to minus 1. Or you can write this as x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. This is the required equation of the line. Okay, easy enough. Any question?
No, sir.
Moving on to the next problem. Find the equation of the straight line which passes through the point 3, minus 2 and cuts off intercepts on the x and y axis, which are in the ratio 4:3. So the intercepts are in the ratio 4:3. So I can take the intercept to be 4k and 3k. So let the x-intercept and y-intercept be. Let the x-intercept and y-intercept of the straight line be 4k and 3k respectively. Therefore, what is the equation of the line? Equation of the straight line is x by a. What is a here? 4k. X-intercept. Y by b. B here is 3k is equal to 1. Okay. So what you can do here is you can simplify this, or you can put the value of x and y coordinate here only. See, it passes through which point? 3 minus 2. Okay. Since this line passes through 3 minus 2, therefore, put the value of x as 3. Put the value of y as minus 2. Right? So from these two, now you can solve for k. That means you get here 3 by 4k minus 2 by 3k is equal to 1. You can take the LCM here. 4k and 3k LCM is 12k. 3 into 3 will give you 9, and 4 into 2 will give you 8 is equal to 1. That means you get 1 by 12k is equal to 1. 12k is equal to 1. That means k is equal to 1 by 12. Okay, this is the value of k. But what is the question here? Find the equation of the line. So put the value of, let us call this 1. Put the value of k here. Hence, required equation. Equation of the line is from 1. Put the value here, x by 4 into 1 by 12 plus y by 3 into 1 by 12 is equal to 1. Okay, so this you get x by 1/3 plus y by 1/4 is equal to 1. That means 3x plus 4y must be equal to 1, or 3x plus 4y minus 1 is equal to 0. That is the required equation of the line. Clear?
Yes, sir.
We'll move on to the next problem here, number 4. Now this problem is from your normal form. Okay. Question is, show on a diagram the position of the straight line x cos 30 plus y sin 30 is equal to 2 in relation to the coordinate axis, indicating clearly which angle is 30 degree, which length is 2 units. Okay, so let's draw this straight line. The given straight line here is, let's write down the equation first. The given equation of the straight line in normal form is x cos 30 degree plus y sin 30 degree is equal to 2. So draw the straight line, a rough approximate diagram indicating clearly which angle is 30 degree, which length is 2 units. If you remember the diagram for perpendicular or normal form that I drew last time, what you will be able to see here is that you have a straight line. First of all, you have a perpendicular line from the origin, which we draw, which makes an angle of 30 units, right?
Yes, sir.
makes an angle of 30 degree with the positive direction. So we have drawn this perpendicular making an angle 30 degree. What is the length of this perpendicular? 2 units, right? Because right hand side here is 2. X cos theta plus y sin theta is equal to P, right? Let's write here. P is equal to 2.
Yes, sir.
And now we draw the straight line. Such that this is 90 degree. Okay, it does not look like 90 degree, but approximately 90 degree. But the point is, whether it looks or not, you have to mark the angle. This is the perpendicular, so this must be 90 degree. So that is how you draw the straight line. So this straight line is x cos 30 plus y sin 30 degree is equal to 2. That is what the equation of the line will look like in the diagram. Okay, fine. Now moving on, once we have represented it, we move on to the first part of the question, which states that equation of the straight line parallel to that given and passing through 4, 3. So equation, you need to find out the equation of the straight line which is parallel to, let us call this 1, which is parallel to 1. Okay, so in order to find out the equation of the straight line parallel to 1, let's write it first in the y is equal to mx form, mx plus c form. So we have x cos 30 plus y sin 30 degree is equal to 2. Now put the values of the angles here. If you put the values of the angles, cos 30 you know is root 3 by 2 plus sin 30 here is half, right? So what is the equation you are getting here? X root 3 plus y is equal to 4. That means you get y is equal to minus root 3x plus 4. So what is the slope of this line? Minus root 3. Is say m1 is equal to minus root 3. What is the slope of the line which is parallel to 1? M2 equal to m1 equal to minus root 3. Same slope it must have. Now you look at the question. What the question states? Find the equation of the straight line which is parallel to this straight line and which passes through the point 4, 3. Right? So what is the equation of the line from point slope form? Equation of the line which is parallel to 1 and passes through. And passes through, which point is it given here? 4, 3. Is, use the point slope form, y minus y1 is equal to m2 x minus x1. That means y minus y1, m2 here is minus root 3 x minus x1. That means you can simplify this equation. You can simplify this equation to get root 3x plus y minus 3 plus 4 root 3 is equal to 0. This is the equation of the line which is parallel to the given line, this line, and which passes through the point 4, 3. That is what the first part of the question was. Let's now see the next part of the question. Next part of the question states length of the perpendicular from the origin to this line. Now, second. Okay, length of the perpendicular from the origin to this line. To which line? This line that we have found out. What is the length of the perpendicular? Let us say that this line parallel to this line is, let's say, like this. Say, suppose this is the line. I don't know how it looks like, but let's just draw a rough diagram. Okay, so that means if we draw it in, if we consider this in perpendicular form, if we can write the equation of this line in perpendicular form, we can find out the length of this perpendicular. We are talking about this perpendicular here from the origin. Now you draw a perpendicular here, right? So we are talking about this length, right? So what should be how to put it in normal form? So we have, see how to write this equation in normal form. Root 3x plus y minus 3 plus 4 root 3 equal to 0. Okay. So now what you do here is, you see there's a root 3 here. You divide the equation by, or first take this on the other side. Yes. So that means root 3x plus y is equal to 3 plus 4 root 3. Okay. Now we divide both sides by 2. That means root 3x plus y divided by 2 is equal to 3 plus 4 root 3 divided by 2. That means you have root 3 by 2 x plus half y is equal to 3 plus 4 root 3 by 2. That means x, what is the root 3 by 2 in terms of cos? In terms of cos, what is this? 30, right?
30. Yes, sir.
And in terms of sine, what is half? 30 is equal to 3 plus 4 root 3 divided by 2, right? So what is this perpendicular? Length of the perpendicular from the origin to this line? Let us call this line 2, okay, so that we can refer to this. Length of the perpendicular from the origin to 2 is, let us call this P2. What is the length here? X cos theta plus y sin theta is equal to P. 3 plus 4 root 3 divided by 2, right? So that answers the second part of the question, length of the origin. Now the question is, find the distance between the two parallel lines. What should be the distance between these two parallel lines? See, we have drawn a perpendicular here and we have drawn a perpendicular here. So this entire length is the distance between the parallel lines, right? So what is this? Let us call, let P, the first perpendicular that we drew here, this one. Let us call this P1. P1 is equal to P is equal to 2. Let P1 is equal to P is equal to 2 units. Be the perpendicular distance of the origin from 1. And P2 is equal to this we already have, 3 plus 4 root 3 divided by 2. Then what should be the distance between these two parallel lines? If you see, the distance between these two parallel lines will be P2 minus P1. Should be this distance. Why should it be P2 minus P1 and why there is a plus or minus sign? We take, because we don't know whether this straight line is this way or whether this straight line is this way. We still don't know, right? Whether it's this straight line is this way, I don't know, right? So what I'll do here is, I will take a plus or minus sign and I'll take the difference of the perpendicular distances. So therefore is equal to plus or minus P2 minus P1 is equal to plus or minus P2 here is 3 plus 4 root 3 divided by 2 minus P1 is 2, which is equal to plus or minus 3 plus 4 root 3 minus 4 divided by 2, which is equal to plus or minus 4 root 3 minus 1 by 2, right? Now this quantity is positive because 4 root 3 obviously is greater than 1, isn't it? So that means which sign should I take? Positive sign. Taking positive sign, the required distance between the parallel lines is is 4 root 3 minus 1 by 2 units. Okay. So that should be it. You can put the value of root 3 here and find out in decimal what the exact distance is. I'm leaving it here. Moving on to the next problem. Acha, did you understand why I did plus or minus P2 minus P1? Yes? Anyone?
No, sir.
What? What? No. You understood?
I did not understand.
Huh?
Sir, I did not understand.
These two other lines? Maybe? I don't know. Okay. Perpendicular. Perpendicular. Right? So if this distance is say P1, this distance is P2, the straight line can be this way. What if the straight line is this way? You can have, let me draw it afresh. You can have straight line in this way also, isn't it? Then what should be the distance between the parallel lines? Say this distance is P2, this distance is P1, right? So I don't know whether the straight lines are aligned this way, these two, or whether they are aligned this way. In this case, what should be the distance between the lines? P1 plus P2, right? Isn't it? Sorry, P2
Yes.
minus P1, not P1 plus P2. It should be P2 minus
Yes.
P1.
Yes,
Distance
sir.
between the parallel lines, this distance here is P2 minus P1, right? And in this case, what should be the distance between the parallel lines? It should be
P1 plus P2.
P1 plus P2, right? So I don't know whether this is the one or this is the one, right? So what I do is, that is why I take a plus or minus sign. Because see, if I take a minus sign here, this can also be written as minus of P1, P2 minus P1. Sorry, this is because I don't know whether the sense of the straight line, whether they are in the same direction or the opposite direction of the origin. Okay, that is why I insert a plus or minus sign here. And whatever the distance that we take, P2 minus P1, whatever difference that we take the sign according to make this quantity positive. Okay. So that is why, because we don't know the sense of the straight line, whether they are in the same direction or the opposite direction, for that reason, we take a plus or minus sign. Okay. If you remember, in case of angles also, we were taking plus or minus sign because we did not know which direction we have to take the angles. Understood? Now you understood, because we don't know the sense of the straight lines.
Yes, sir. Now I understood.
Moving on to the next problem, number 5. The straight line x by a minus y by b is equal to 1 passes through 8, 6 and cuts off a triangle of area 12 units from the axis of coordinates. Let's draw this and see how it turns out. Okay. What is the equation of the straight line? Given equation is x by a minus y by b is equal to 1. Or you can write this as x by a plus y by minus b is equal to 1. That means a and b must be of opposite signs, right? That means what? If a is positive, b must be negative. If a is negative, b must be positive, right? So let us take one such case here. Let's take when y is negative and A spot is, let's say this straight line. Straight line may look something like this, right? So what are the coordinates of A here? Let's call this A. What is the coordinates of A? It is A comma 0, right? And what are the coordinates of B here? The coordinates of B here is 0, 0 comma minus B, right? This is the these are the coordinates of A and B. Okay. Now see this straight line. Let us call this 1. Clearly 1 passes through 8, 6, right? It is given here. See, passes to the point 8, 6. So clearly 1 passes through 8, 6. Therefore, put the values 8 by A plus 6 by minus B is equal to 1. Okay. So you get this equation in A and B here. 8B minus 6A is equal to AB. Call this equation number 2. Okay. Now what else? What is the next condition given? That it's that the intercept cut off a triangle of area 12 units, which is a triangle here that you can see. This triangle. The area of this triangle is 12 square units, right? So what is the perpendicular here? This length. What is the base here? This length. This length is A, this length is B. And because the area cannot be negative, we take the only the positive values of A and B, right? So area of triangle OAB is equal to half into OA into OB. What is the area of triangle given? 12 is equal to half into A into B. So you get here AB is equal to 24. Call this 3. Now we want to solve these two equations, 2 and 3. Okay, so how do we solve these two equations? Just put B is equal to 24 by A. Putting B is equal to 24 by A from 3 in 2. We get 8 times 24 by A minus 3A is equal to 12. Okay, and now you can take the LCM and simplify this. You will get the quadratic as A square plus 4A minus 32 is equal to 0. Okay. To factorize this quadratic, you will get A plus 8 into A minus 4 is equal to 0. That means either A is equal to minus 8 or A is equal to 4. So when A is equal to minus 8, what is the value of B? B is equal to 24 by A, which is equal to 24 by minus 8, which is equal to minus 3. When A is equal to 4, B is equal to 24 by 4, which is 24 by A. Let's write next write 24 by 4, which is equal to 6, right? So this is the value of A and B that we are getting. So what should be the required equation? Required equation of the line is either this A is equal to minus 8, B is equal to minus 3. 6 by minus 8 plus y by minus 3 is equal to 1, which simplifies to minus 3x plus 8y is equal to 24. Or you can have x by 4 and y by 6 is equal to 1. Sorry, this is minus. This is not plus. If you remember, the equation were given to be